bill we're going to take up is House Bill number 150. It's the same bill that we had as Senate Bill 2256 with the concrete and the solid waste vehicle increase. Our neighboring states are higher than we are, even as we are when we're doing this. And Concrete Association, State Aid, and MDOT spoke about this bill, and they all came to a compromise on it. And it's exactly the same as ours. And I need a motion, if there's no questions. Everybody okay with that? Say aye. Anybody disagree? All right. Next one we're going to do is the House Bill 638. That's it's where it authorizes the commission to enter into a supplemental agreements of amount not to exceed $250. The current amount is $100,000, and it is needed right now. It exceeds, and if a supplemental agreement is needed right now, and it exceeds this number, the whole project can be on a rebid or costing far more than the increase for 150 that we're going to raise it to. So we're going to raise it from 100 to 250. Any questions? I hear a motion. Everybody in agreement with that, say aye. Anybody disagree? Okay. The next one we're going to do, and we're going to talk about all these memorial bills that we've got. We're going to put them in block. We're going to start with the House Bill number 580, the Medal of Honor Trail. It is in Benton, DeSoto, Itawamba, Lee, Marshall, and Pontotoc. It's designated for the portion of Interstate 22 and U.S. Highway 78. The next one is House Bill number 854. This is in Neshoba County. It designates a segment of Highway 19 south in Neshoba County as the Master Sergeant Bridget R. Horn Memorial Highway. The next one is House Bill 909, Memorial Highway designated in segment of Mississippi Highway 9 in South Pontotoc County as the Megan Bedford Reed Memorial Highway. The next one is House Bill 1227, the Memorial Bridge designate the Strong River Bridge in Simpson County as the Badger Malone Egelhart Memorial Bridge. And the next one is House Bill number 1541. It's designating a segment of Highway 366 in Prentiss County as the Houston Dale Kennedy Memorial Highway. We're going to take all these up in blocks. Is there any questions? Senator Whaley?
Mr. Chairman, House Bill 580 dealing with the Medal of Honor Trail, I have no problem with this other than I don't quite understand exactly what we're doing with this. And I've seen this bill for several years now, and I've asked the question for several years now, and I still have not gotten an answer. Is this replacing, and me reading the language, this goes from the Tennessee line to the Alabama line, but there are portions that are already of the highway that are already named. Would this supersede those? And that's just one thing that I have a concern with, because portion of this highway is already named for former road commissioner and state senator from my district, and I definitely don't want to supersede that and erase that. So I have some concerns with 580, basically because I don't know, and I haven't gotten it. Haven't been able to get the answers.
Have you talked to
I've
Representative?
asked questions and I have gotten zero answers. So I'm just concerned. I'm not trying to kill this by any means. I don't want to erase Mr. Minor's legacy on this highway, because he was one of the instrumental men in obtaining that.
What? Let's just
highway.
leave it off.
Well, I would.
Want to keep it alive, and we could.
I wouldn't
kill it on the floor.
I wouldn't have a problem putting a reverse repealer, or maybe I could get some questions answered. That would be my amendment.
Okay. set it aside. Let's set it aside first, and then let's put these other ones in block. Any questions on the other ones?
Title sufficient to pass.
All right, is everybody okay with that? Say aye. Anybody disagree? Okay, let's go back to House Bill number 580. Just add a reverse repealer,
That would be my motion.
okay? Reverse repealer in this, add to that. Everybody in favor of that, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay. Title sufficient to pass, okay. As a minute, okay, thank you. Everybody okay with that, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? All right, now we're going to go to, let's see, which one? House Bill number 1245. We're going to do a strike all on it. We're going to put a reverse repealer in it. They still are lacking some of the resolutions for that. And I need a, motion.
Title sufficient to pass as amended.
Is everybody okay with that? Say aye. Anybody opposed? All right. What else do we lack? One more. Is that it?
Yeah, did you get this one?
Oh, we did not. Yeah, we did that. I'm sorry, excuse me. Senator Blunt?
I think we just, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think we just adopted the strike all, but before we vote on it, I did have a question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I think this might be a vehicle for us to come up with some policies regarding the naming of highways. I think that, there's a lot of that goes on and it might be helpful for future legislatures to have some guidelines to address, like Senator Whaley's concern on the one in his district, and make sure that just to have some thresholds of people, qualifications, and you've got this section here in section 1 about how we go about naming highways. This might be something to think about. I'm not against anybody who wants to name a highway in their district, but I'm afraid about just the short-term political thinking that may go into that. And then you have overlapping highways named after different people
understand.
and all the rest of it. So I just bring that to your attention, Mr. Chairman, at this.
I
bill
feel the
goes
same
forward.
way. We're going to have signs, we're going to be renaming highways after other people, and I feel the same way. We need to, I don't know exactly what we need to do. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings over on the House side because we want to get something passed over there. That's the only reason why I'm presenting them, coming up with them. But right now, we have the conditions and the procedures on the no highway, road, street, or bridge on the designated state highway system may be named after any person elected by the people to any public office in the state during the term of such person's office or for a period of 10 years after such person no longer served in any such office. And then there's another thing that says no legislation shall be enacted by the legislature naming any highway, road, street, or bridge on the designated state highway system that any person, unless the governing body of each county and municipality where the highway, road, street, or bridge is located, duly adopts a resolution requesting the legislature to enact such legislation and files a certified copy of such resolution with the chairman of the Senate or House committee to which such legislation is referred. We clearly need to come up with some other way to honor people when they pass away. Only thing I want named after me is a winning lottery ticket. Give me that. But, yeah, I see where you're coming from on that. It looks like we're through. Do I hear a motion? Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. What? I'm sorry. We've already voted on it. Yeah, we just let you, yeah, we voted on it. Rise and rapport.